This is Phenomenal's IGL Axiom, otherwise known as Anthony. This is probably gonna go unlisted, and I'm just gonna post this video in the Div 6 chat just to see our perspective of what happened in Week 6, Game 2 and 3. I know lots of the members of this div are pretty outraged by me and particularly my teammate Alphabet. I do think through this VOD review, it kind of shows, it gives, it enlightens our perspective of our, how we're playing. I do want to start before we officially get into the VOD review. Me, Axiom, Anthony. I haven't been masters. I've only had Diamond 4. I only have 1.5k hours in this game. I started in like season, I think 13 through 11, something right there. Alphabet, kind of a similar situation. He actually has less hours. I think he just recently hit 1,000 hours in the game. He has never, his highest rank is Div 2, or no, not Div 2, what did I say, Div 2? Diamond 3. He's not none of us are using alt accounts, none of us are using Smurfs. We are just playing in Div 6 because we did actually just terrible in placement matches all 4 days. I am not here to kind of just ruin anyone's experience. If it feels, I don't want to be another boys' night out where they were at 100 points, 3 games, 4 games in during placements and they got booted and now they're in Div 3. I am genuinely trying to keep the quality of these matches really high. I think Div 6, I've only played in 3 seasons. Same with Alphabet, we've been duo together for a bit. I started in Div 6. Lobbies were kind of low quality. Div 5 but better quality. However, this season of Division 6 has been the highest quality of gameplay I've played in the last 3 seasons. Short break right there. For anyone kind of trash talking us, please continue trash talk. It's giving me more passion. I am loving it. It's fueling me. However, I'm going to start with the VOD review now. And I'm just going to give my perspective of what we see, what we're trying to do. I'm not going to make it sound like I'm throwing ego. This isn't an ego check at anyone. I really do love VOD reviewing. And it just a way for me to just learn the game. And I don't know, like probably many of you, I hate playing this game. I love the competitive aspect and I just love VOD reviewing. So I'm going to start. I'll give it a few seconds. I want to start right now. My team and I are at Lightning Rod Zone. We are landing on Galleria in ED. However, we're not even going to go over those 2 games. We're just going to do these 2 games because this is the incident where everyone was freaking out. And I'm going to be skipping a lot of parts because it's not important. Just doing my loop path. I see zone. First thing I think of this zone is we played 6 weeks of ranked, or this 6 weeks of Vesa. So there's a lot of these zones are pretty similar. My guess here is initially, it could be this zone right here, no name. Could be Stormcatcher has many zones actually. It's pushing upward, so it's probably like this zone right here. This zone right here. This is the Dark Zero zone. It can honestly, because it's just pushing so far out to the right, it could be this. It could be a cliffside zone, which is quite tragic for every single team on the other side of the map, which unlucky. But right now, I'm not really too worried about that. My goal, as we're essentially an edge comp. I just want to hit purple, and then, you know, get a good spot, you know, fight edge, you know, do edge fights, and just hopefully get a good spot in zone afterwards. I randomly pick the middle, but because if you can see, like, I'm just throwing out options. This VOD doesn't actually have a recording of what I'm saying, so this is just not hindsight, narration of what's going on. Not really doing anything. How we play is that we get the car, we drive around, we pick up evos, we play edge. That's all. We're not really looking for fights unless there is an isolated team that we have an advantage on. Nothing going on. We hit scan beacon. Scan beacon tells us there is one team in Stormcatcher. All that. Stormcatcher commands Zeus. There's really nothing for us to do here. My next plan is probably just gonna go down, do spiders. There's a care package down here, and that's pretty a good risk for us to take. I believe there's we're blue. We're Evo blues right now, so it's getting purple is ideal for us as an edge team. Nothing happening. Yeah, really, nothing happening. Zeus is still looting. They're probably taking their time because they can tell that they have a little bit of prio in zone. Driving my car, whipping my car. At this point here, zone hasn't closed, so I'm trying to figure it out. We're currently blue, purple. Again, as I mentioned earlier, I want to get all the evos. I just want to be purple just to be safe. Also, I'm trying to figure out zone, where zone can be. So as you can see, kind of predicting a cliffside zone, maybe somewhere over here. At this point right here, I'm just going for another evo.
Maybe launchpad, but that's not close to that.
Right here, random team comes up to us. I think this is launchpad team trying to just get some prio on us. Prio rotate. We're just taking an opportunity to shoot because I'll be honest, we know it's a cliffside zone, so we don't want anyone to come up behind us. Plus, it's the uphill fight for them. This is an easy fight for us. We should be taking this, and it's also an isolated fight on the map. This team looks quite lost. And again, I don't know who this team is. Spider, by the way, Spider can KS kills. Nothing happens here. We're just getting shot at. We got the Finn on this team, so we're just holding here now because after that we realized that I can't get Evo anymore. At this point, we're just doing spiders. I low key. From this perspective, this is just hindsight. We should be playing up on the nut rather than being down here. However, we're doing spiders, so fuck it, we ball. I believe a team lands up there. I think there's a red mark. Someone pings that someone landed up there, which is okay. I think we're pretty confident in our fighting, so that's fine with us. Yeah, my teammate Alphabet calls for there's a team up there, so we have to play in this position. Ideally, we want to be up here. However, granted, I want to hold this side no matter what, so I'm not going to give up this side. Anyone who walks up here from back here, I'm going to take a fight. Anyone, if they slide down, try to shoot on us, I'm taking a fight on them because I understand that zone will likely be on this side, and this is an isolated fight over here, and I'm going to take it. So we're just popping shots. I should probably put this on like 2 or 3 times, but skipping forward is fine. Nothing really happening. Couple shots, taking angles. Again, like I just mentioned earlier, I want this side of the zone. I understand it's going to be cliffside, so I'm going to be advancing forward, walking up on this. Yeah, I'm just being... This is how I approach every fight. It's slow, methodical, trying my best to figure out where they are, and then I'm just gonna not full send, but poke at them and then full send once we get a nice pick. Here, I actually didn't even know where the altar port is, but they're right in front. we're working this building. At this point, it's like, oh, some people might say like, why are we taking this fight? You know, just we're just entering teams. But it's like this is again an isolated fight. If this was pro league, there would be teams already in these buildings. However, this is, I believe there's only one team based off of the caster stream. There's only one team in zone right now on Cliffside. And I'm just gonna play this fight out just for you guys to see how it is. Again, no audios on my part. No mic from my part because it didn't catch it.
I'm gonna drill this corner right here.
These are all opening cracks. We're still playing it slow.
Fly up on the roof.
I'm throwing a nade in there.
Really good nade by my boy Alphabet.
100 banging it. All three. One guy's out on the right. Knock one. Yes, fight.
Cat's one.
I threw a ball on that. Stun. Stun on the bottom.
Knock one. Last one.
Is he dead?
Get inside.
And we get the full kill on Just Worse. Just Worse honestly had the right idea of literally taking this nut because it was free. Actually, macro wise, Just Worse did really good. They just lost the team fight on us because they over peaked and weren't expecting us to really just full send this.
Okay.
However, when you're playing in a nut, this is why, like, in my opinion, I hate playing nut unless you have really good fighting team. Because nut is one of the hardest thing to hold unless you have a Newcastle or a Rampart. So at this point here, we're up here again. I mentioned earlier, I want to play this nut because it's a really good prowl spot. We're playing edge. We're holding entry points. If I pull up the map over here, we're holding entry points. Anyone who comes up here, we can hold down here. We get easy kills. Anyone coming from over here, coming from this side over here, we just hold that. We kill. We hold this from nut. We hold angles here, maybe cannon. They can't shoot. They can't come in without us, killing them unless they Valkyrie. Nothing's happening here. We're literally just
Stunned one down there.
team walks up. Again, same thing. I'm not letting a team walk up here without a fight.
I'm no drill. Drilling 8.
As long as we hold this whole spider side, this whole hill side, we are perfectly fine for endgame.
I'm looking for a drill. They're gonna be right here. Yeah, drilling.
Yeah, nothing really happens here. They just leave. Take the car. We don't want them to get that. So from at this point on, we are at quite literally a very advantageous position just to poke, shoot anyone. We're not getting pressured by anyone because a lot of people in this div don't know where zone is, and it's not. We got really lucky with our zone placement.
You're shooting each other. You're good.
Mythic man, we couldn't get in the Mythic man.
Okay. Yeah.
Still holding down here.
They went to the right.
Knocked one.
Another. Okay, I'm walking back up.
So here, I think
Somebody Valculting flying in
my
on
third flight. Okay, here's a really good important part for this next time. Since we're holding, I don't know. Since the zone is kind of pushing towards cliffside, holding this nut is like a really pivotal point for us. We don't want anyone to be in our space. I think that's space control. We don't want. This is where we are. Holy shit! I don't want to cram. This is where we are. We don't want anyone here. We don't want anyone down here. We don't, people can hang out over here because we don't even want anyone over here. People can, live here. But these 3 spots are literally is our safe spot. As long as we control this, our entry into a cliffside zone is spectacular.
50 on one. We landed up here.
Our third does a really good job of just honestly just cooking. There's a lot of open shots on this team in here.
Yeah, on cannon.
Another team flying into.
We know there's a team on cannon. We're just hovering there. We're kind of seeing where everyone is before we really try to pester this team off. Our third, our sinister pair gets really good opening picks, and we take advantage of that.
80 on the Valk.
There's actually a lot of Valkyries, so we're just waiting for everything to play out properly. We aren't panicking.
I don't
They're
have
hiding.
anything.
Knocked one, knocked one, knocked one, knocked the
He
cannon.
got a really good kill, but now we're just gonna clear this whole side.
I'm drilling that. I'm walking up with you. I'm walking up with you. Yeah, I'm walking up. Let's run. Knock. I'm swinging. I'm at the cannon.
Takes cannon, leaves, and we get a kill. I actually think this team was saved by the ball. I have my opinions on how they played that, and I think they could have actually lived there if they played that right. However, they just played that spot really poorly. It's kind of a good spot, kind of not. However, you are sandwiching between two people. That's why I prefer to play the nut rather than the cannon. Not two people, but two teams. There was also a Valkyrie in, and there was actually a team in that corner in the containers on the front of them. Really big mistake here from, I believe, from our third. Like I mentioned earlier, the nut is a super pivotal point. We need an anchor on that spot while me and my alphabet go and try to clear this off, make space for this, make sure this is all clear for us. Our third actually doesn't have any comp experience. He played collegiate for like years ago, but he wasn't really good. By the way, he has a master banner because he got it like season 17 when it was super easiest to get. Our third left. I did not expect our third to leave, so it kind of just pissed me off, and I was like, we need to hold that. That's a pivotal spot. Why are you leaving that? Why are you leaving the nut? Anyone that took nut, they should have just shadowed us completely. However, I recognized that there was I recognized it quick enough, so we were able to recover.
I'm good. He's dead. Crack this guy. Crack another one.
I immediately go back to nut. I don't play forward. I don't play back. I need to make sure, again, nut is our pivotal point. I'm taking a fight. I don't want people in my nut. Look at that. Ate his nut.
It's two. I'm with you. Okay.
Easy kill, easy fight. Nothing special, in my opinion. Full Lions played that really poorly. They actually landed completely separate as three, and we got picks on all three of them. This isn't a skill cap or anything. They just landed far apart from each other, and if they had landed together, it would have been fine. They would have lived longer, and they would have been a harder 3v3 for us.
It's top in the left. It's top in the left side. I think it's just top though.
We're just looting. Nothing. At this point, I'm telling my Valkyrie just to anchor for us while we're working this right corner, because I saw that this cannon was open. Because cannon is open, I really want the spot. There's honestly really nowhere else to go from here. Cannon's in. We kind of want to play it. It's really sketch. However, playing right here on this side of the wall is kind of rough because teams. That team in this corner literally just shoots across. There's no pressure from here, so they just shoot across. Team across here can probably see us, shoot us right here. Team across the wall can just peek, throw nades at us. There's 45 different teams coming from Stormcatcher just walking in. Like, Cannon's, I think, probably the best option for us.
I can get you. I'm walking. I have no ball though. No ball by the way. Okay.
Nothing special. I'm just holding the spot.
Team from left is looking.
I want to work this team in front of us because they're our only threat. However, whoever,
88, 80 on the Valk.
however, this team in front of us actually played it really poorly and should have just full sent at us.
Team flying in though. Care this team flying in. Right here, 3 shots. 88. Behind the rock.
Just making sure our back is clear because our only threat is in front. If we get sandwiched from behind, we are so dead. So it's not in front. So we're just gonna skip forward.
88.
They didn't rotate. You know, they rotate on the other side of the cliffside mountain. So that's good for us. Our only threat here is in front. Took the opportunity. We needed to reset our Valk trolls. We go next. Fuck me.
Okay. I'm gonna ball forward too.
At this point, I kind of had a feeling our Valk was really not able to do anything. We also just eco check people here because we are literally not getting pressured at all. We are at the edge of zone. We should be getting pressured a whole bunch, especially by this team in front and a team at building. Because I know we're gonna get pressure and it's a really bad spot for us, and we could get pressure from over here, from the buildings on the left side. If you look at the map over here, our only thing to do is literally push over here to hold this corner for a safer spot.
I'm losing.
We got held off by Bengal, so we can't really do anything. This was a really good reset by like 30 different teams.
No.
I think this was more esports and they held us off pretty well. Good for them.
Yeah, I'm walking with you.
Again, same plan here. We need to get in, and the only way in is to do it this way.
I'm balling 5.
We're just gonna work this team until we get in. There's nothing else for us to do.
No. I'm drilling though. It's 20 on each. One stack behind you.
And I'll be honest, so far the gameplay isn't that crazy. We're not doing anything crazy. We're just not getting punished. No one's punishing us.
I'm good. I might get into though. I need back. I can't look. I need a backwards. Nice.
We're holding this angle. Height isn't gonna push us, so I know we're safe. Height isn't gonna push us. The only threat is possibly inside the building, but why would they push us when they're in zone? And then across from here is our primary threat.
88.
Because we're in Div 6, I was being aware of this building team behind us, just making sure they don't just randomly full sent us.
I'm drilling 10. I can clear.
So I'm just gonna fast forward. Nothing really happens. Sam is also Alphabet's getting just free shots.
The cat's 1 HP.
Based on this next zone close, like I'll be honest, it's just hopeless. We're just fighting everything. We're playing reactionary. We have no idea what we ideally want to do to win the game. Low ground can win, high ground can win. We know that if we play for top side, we have to fight team building, team up top. There's probably a team in the back over here. That's 3 teams we have to fight into while height is still in. That's impossible for us to do. So our best bet, literally my best bet, is like we have to play left side and just clear left side. We play low ground here.
No. Nobody there.
Alphabet gets a kill on this strike X. Great shot. Unlucky. What can we do?
You have a nade for that? I'm ball for final fight, yeah.
Again, as you can see, I'm prioring the team in front of us. Can't do anything up height because there's literally 3 teams fighting up there.
You have a nade for that? I'm not gonna ball for that. I have 9 seconds. I'm gonna drill that corner. Okay. I might need a ball forward. Okay.
And now let this play out. I bang all right because I don't want any team on the right side to, if for some reason a team slides out here and just starts looking down, I want that Bengal to stun them and preoccupy them with the team up top height.
I need a back throw.
Again, our threat is still in front. I'm not worried about I'm slightly in the back of my mind consciously thinking about the team up top trying to deal, peek us.
No, he's out. I'm right behind you. It's up top. He's top.
I call Alphabet to come kill this guy behind me because I did not know if a team jumped behind. I saw one person. It's better to full send this as a 2. I was yelling for him, by the way.
I'm stunned. On hide. I'm dead. Alright. I can. He's looking at me. I need a bat. I'm full heal. I'm in front of full heal. I'm gonna try and drill up. You know I'm here though. Trying to get through.
Honestly, I'm just gonna let this clip play because there's nothing to comment. The rampart up here trolled by not healing white meds, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm drill. Call it. Oh my fucking.
Okay. We won a game as a duo. I'll be honest, nothing really happened. We got really lucky and we didn't get punished for anything that we did. We can go back later, but I'm just gonna go game 2. I honestly didn't feel like we did anything crazy again. Winning at that game was just pure luck, just winning as a duo. We go for next map. I'm playing Alter Maggie Conduit. Valk got banned. I didn't want to play Maggie because I didn't want to play Bang anymore because we were I wanted a console beacon or a man scan beacon per se. I'm getting dragons so I can just get blue faster. I got trolled just now. I land in the back, go for dragons in that corner. We got blue. I know we had, luckily we had Eva.
Balloon towards wall.
I don't even think I checked the map. I didn't even check map at any point. No. Oh, I did check map. No, I just checked map scan. I knew it. At this point, I knew we were going to play edge because of where the line pulled. I did not care how we played. I did not care that I needed to check the map early. I'm just here looting, playing edge, making sure we're the last one out. Zeus was already out, everyone was already out, so we were very lucky. I think I checked map right here. Please tell me to check map because I'm gonna freak out if I don't. At this point, I mean, you only can make, again, you can only make guesses, especially as an edge team. I'm terrible at making zone guesses. If I were to guess, initially from this zone, it would probably be like a God Rock zone. God Rock and Beam. Or whatever that name is.
It's at the bottom.
At this point, we're just rotating. Hitting man scan, just collecting Evo.
Is it open? Oh, I haven't.
Collecting Evo. Literally, we just collected Evo for a whole 3 minutes. This is a stomping gameplay this division hates me for.
What was that?
We wanted to hit the man scan here just to figure out where people are.
Is it open or no?
So it's actually really good. Since we're playing Edge here, I hope Strike X plays Elrod like kind of similar how we do. We're hitting every beacon in our way in just to make sure we can have a spot to play. This zone is very hard to fucking play. It's based on how it's playing. It's definitely a Cedo zone. It's touching over here, so it's likely gonna be a zone over here. Cedo side. Playing from the bottom side is horrendous. Playing from the top side is gold. One thing I always try to do as an IGL is I'm trying to recognize the best position in every spot. In every circle, what is the best position? For this zone, I'm predicting it's somewhere back here. I've seen this zone a lot of times. The best spot to come in from and the best spot to play is literally on top of this gigantic rock. I couldn't imagine rotating in without like a Newcastle or anything, a defensive character, a controller character, and playing all here and expect to live. If I'm not playing any of those characters, I'm not expecting to live at all in here. So you'll see here, I'm calming. We're doing a top rap. I even asked him, Alphabet, where should we play? And he also agrees top rap. However, it's really important for us to hit man scans just to figure out where people are because we are in div 6 and people sometimes don't know how to play zone.
The address is
What was that?
well, I couldn't ping because I'm in the Trident. I don't like this graphic. Can we wide? I really like the north side though. Can we go all the way to Cedo? Cedo, like same rotate in. All the way to Cedo.
But Sam, the upgrade, is it half tax or is it distance?
Half tack. So you should get 2 tacks, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Just hitting man scan. Honestly, I did not need to hit this man scan up here. However, like I just wanted to be safe. Also, there's a purple pin moving. Okay, I'm gonna show you what's on scan because everyone's flaming me. There's one team in Cedo. We are likely gonna have to fight that team walking in, just to get to where we want, which is mill side.
Purple, I think we can fight that team. Yeah.
Game 2 was very fun. And this is where everyone started shitting on me or on my boys, Alphabet. We hit another man scan, we have a whole bunch of time. We just want to make sure this walk-in is very clear, and if we do have to fight a team, we know where they are. Ideal, yeah. Cedo is a team we're gonna have to fight, but honestly, I'm just trying to avoid them. It's if they are currently where they are now, they're at height. If they're playing the height, it's impossible for us to do anything.
We can, yeah, we definitely can.
I suggested playing, down by Spider Choke, but however, I believe I called this off. Playing by Spider Choke isn't too bad, especially with the car. However, this team left, and
wait, evac from Cedo.
We decided to go back because
We can take it and we have
they
to
gave
share
us a
with everyone.
freebie.
I'm gonna hit that light.
At this point, we have 0 damage and we haven't done anything. We haven't steamrolled, we haven't stopped, we haven't shot
I think the
anyone.
checkpoint team's gonna come out from here though.
Again, man scan is super important. Zone's about to close in. Again, the goal is to walk up towards mill. Okay, we're not gonna walk down here. If we walk down here, that's because there's 4 teams in mill side. Okay, so see, we can. So, still game plan still goes. We saw that as a solo, so we decided we want to push
He's
them.
running towards me. At the cannon. Look what do you have? I think
I don't even know why I'm looking at that. I almost killed him. I'm really sad though.
yeah, take the hill.
At this point, I'm gonna fart. At this point in the zone, we are playing edge. There's nowhere else to go. We want to go mill side. However, we need to make sure this mountainside is clear for us. If anyone's up here, that messes up this whole rotation over here because we're gonna get mirrored from this team up here. We're gonna get shot. We're gonna shot from behind. If there was a team actually in front of this rock over here. So no matter where we stand, we have to make sure our back is cleared and our entry to mill side is free. You can see here where I play and where my team plays. They're looking for these 2 kills. I have an idea. I got a glimpse that there was no one on top side, which is fine. It's free. I'm taking so much space. I'm playing by myself, making sure that this team in this building does not walk up on us, because if they do, we are going to have a terrible time. There's nothing here. At this point, we're just going to shoot.
I can shoot him up.
We're just playing edge. We're just honestly just trying to get a free kill here. I don't even know if we do. Do we?
79.
Nope, we got to kill him.
More ride fucking esports.
Okay, there's a little bit of shit talking. Let's skip that. Again, we know zone's gonna be pulling in. We're just playing up here because there's a couple teams in front of us. It's really hard for us to rotate in.
158 on you.
That's unlucky. Okay, we know that. We're just gonna do the rotate here. We assume that this team in this building saw that zone's pushing this way, so at least they would push inwards. However, I think this was hunting Chungus Bungus, and I think they decided to do a mirror wrap, try to mirror wrap behind us. which is interesting. I mean, it works if you can catch us off guard, but I don't think it did. Yeah. As you can see, I'm just trying to figure out where to fucking play. Yeah, I pinged this beam building because I'll be honest, if we look at where everyone in the zone is, there's a team on God Rock, there should be a team over here, there's a team on Bridge, there's a team on this big old mountain. There's definitely many teams in Cedo. So the only option for us is really just trying to slowly work our way in so we can get to Top Rock, which is the original goal from I mentioned like 5 minutes ago. I'll be honest, this whole fight in is all sketched. I'll be honest, it was just sketched.
Team on God Rock.
Supporting down.
I also had the assumption there's a because this team over here in this building, they should theoretically walk into the cannon and just take a free spot because there's no one there. There's quite literally no one there. In a few moments you'll see.
Okay, kill Mythic. He's on it. Yeah, he is. You might get it open though. Got it open.
This is scary.
88 on height.
Also, this was saved by the balls on the mountain.
There's a team set up here. Wait, which beam do you want? Can you ping it on?
We're just clarifying, making sure we're clarifying the plan. Also, for any IGL, I clarified the plan. I made the plan like 30 seconds ago, and we're gonna stick to it unless something changes. And what Alphabet does is just clarifies that, just wants clarification on how to play it. At this point, they told me that there was someone in this fucking ball sack, so like we're not gonna take a fight on that. That's just foolishness if we do. So at this point, we're gonna gamble. We figured that height is a really hard hold for this team. We figured that they might get shot from behind from Cedo. However, what can we do? Honestly, at this point, I was a little confused. I was pretty unsure of what to do. However, we just had to make our way in. I decided to choose a cannon spot because I recognize that cannon is actually a really good spot to play because of the cover and the amount of LOS that we have. Line of sight, we're getting shot from behind. I fucking panicked here, bro. Holy shit. A lot of cover right here, Zone is not. Mountain. God Rock isn't in, so we're going to be playing this spot. There's a team on the bridge, I believe. In the ideal situation, we shouldn't have been able to take this spot for free. I'm only focused on the height. This scared me.
I'm walking around playing the cannon. Looking in front of us. There's a castle team here.
We knew at this point, we know there's a team. We have a minute and a half. There's really no rush for us. We knew there's a team fighting up top. We can't really do anything because everyone in Cedo and their mama and Cedo was just gonna shoot us. We're really just playing slow.
Sliding. It's a race. Crack. Kill that guy. Nice.
At this point, this is my this is Alphabet calling it. I actually did not know there's a team up here.
88 on Mercy. I need more cells.
I did not know there was a team up there, and if they did, I thought they already died.
There's no team up top. No, there's a team up top.
And that Catalyst Q kind of gave it off. I'll be honest, I was in disbelief that there was still a team up here. Okay. Now, there's a team up top. We need to clear a hole. So, from my perspective, Sam, our boy Alphabet is calling for a team up top. We need to clear behind. We are at edge zone. If a motherfucker's behind us while we're walking in, we're dead. We have to take a fight riding zone. Who would want to do that? So, for the idiots that called us idiots, why wouldn't we want to push them in the back? Why wouldn't we want to clear our back and make sure we have a free entry into zone? I'm looking at you, Mr. Chungus people. Everyone's in zone here. The only threats on this side over here. No one's on our side. You can even look at the caster POV. After we killed this team over here while we're walking up this mountain, we had this whole side free. And by the way, our gameplay, we have not done anything special. I've been placing my my Maggie. Honestly, I just wait for this. Is really embarrassing. I got cooked. Whoever that catalyst was cooked the crap out of me. Hunting Chud Bungus. Ow. If I ever post this and you see this, we are not idiots for pushing you. Because guess what after this? And yeah, I hope you recognize it too. We have this whole side of zone to ourselves. Smile. Look, from the original game plan, from the very first zone, second zone ring pool, we cleared everything behind. We are at where we want. We want this fucking hill over here, and we're about to take this hill. We are playing Edge how Edge should be played. I'm not worried. I mean, as you can see, I'm prioing this. I'm making sure my team queues up together. We're here. Because I know this spot is a god spot. Anyone who's up there is just gonna die to us. We want this spot, we have to take it. That's what everyone should really put in their brains. You want a spot, you need to take it. And I also knew that this was an isolated fight because I didn't see anyone up here. So if there was a team up here, there was just most likely one, and we just killed them all after this. And we timing them. And I love how everyone's just. I went under because I just wanted to finish the kills. I didn't see anyone. Okay. Now, the next plan. I have to think of the next plan. As the IGL, I need to figure out what else to do at this point. We are on God Rock. We have to. The number one thing that's going on in my head, even if the zone pulls away, I need to control this God spot that we are in. Because if anyone takes it, we have to risk one, a 1v1, and two, we have to risk a third party. I want this God spot, so I'm controlling hella space. I'm making the angles that we're playing at, we see everything in front, we don't see everything behind. If they jump up in front, we just shoot them, they die. Honestly, he said free kill and I got there. See, look how I just look back. I'm just making sure there's no one behind us. Because the moment a team walks up behind us, and guess what? I call for both my players to go look behind us. Just to make sure everything's clear. Just to make sure everything's behind us is clear. Now I call to take even more space. Because it's been quiet, no one's doing something.
Yeah, they're right here in this pocket. They're right here in this pocket. He's about to crack one. 100 on the way.
Also, that was I think that was Stab Jackal on the crypto, and my bad, bro. Again, we're controlling space. However, I made the mistake of not clearing actually even more behind me because I didn't realize there was more mountain behind me. I didn't realize there was more mountain over here. I'll be honest. At this point, we have not done anything special. We have not entered the team. We have not done anything. We made sure we literally played fundamentals. This was crazy.
Okay, I'm here. With you.
See how far my third teammate is? His role as an anchor is to make sure no one comes up behind us, which he did a great job of.
You went through. You went through. You went through.
Am I dropping the
I'm making sure everything is in front of us. I'm also looking for kills and looking for opportunities to play because we are not in zone. I'm playing in front, making sure we have as much info as I can. I'm gathering as much info as I can so I can make the next decision for my teammate, the next play. The boy's unlucky, man. Yeah, actually, he caught us off guard. He almost killed us. Killed one of us. I mean, it's hella funny. I had a Moby here and I didn't even use it. I completely didn't realize I had a Moby. Holy shit, I'm trolling. I am so trolling. We shoot this team. They're out in the open. What can we do? We jump down. We can't do it. No. We can't do it. No one's. They're our only threat at the moment because they can shoot us. So that's why we're pressuring them. We are pressuring them off. That was scary. And at this point, we have Godspot. Hello. After creating that team, we have Godspot. Yellow. Honestly, I made a lot of mistakes here at the end. I was just getting like really confused and nervous because I really didn't want to win as a duo again and just have the whole lobby just yell at me. And my duo. A really good call by my teammate to play rampart walls when zone closed. Honestly, whoever crypto ulted actually saved us. You're about to see the biggest whiff in the world coming up soon. And this was quite embarrassing by me. Team inside this building should be, I think they're actually fighting someone. They should be looking out right now just to kill us. We should not be having free reign out here. I accidentally queued and then I panicked. And then everyone saw the clip. Everyone knows what happens here. Filthy Animals is absolutely trolling. Ta-da. 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 Let's go. There you go. I hope the recording went perfectly fine. And for anyone who's literally looking at our gameplay, we're not doing anything special. As an IG, from my perspective as an IGL, I'm literally putting my players in positions, especially on edge, to create opportunities, to shoot people, just to stat pad in a way. We're not inting anyone, and this is literally the gameplay we've had for the last 6 weeks. If you shoot us, we shoot you. If you're isolated, we shoot you, and we'll take a fight. And if anyone ever takes the time to just VOD review the caster's games, the caster will say the same thing. We are just playing Edge how Edge should be played. And if we meet you on Edge, I'm so sorry. We might kill you. Alright, that's all. Hopefully everything worked out. The incident of week 6, game 2 and 3. Oh, I should also I'll put it in the, and then everyone starts flaming us. Definitely a Div 6 player. Okay. Okay.